Hey there, YouTube. Something a little different today. The Proton Pack. This is the Spirit Halloween variety that I have done some modifications to. Not complete, though. There are things that, obviously the stickers I took them off to paint it. I was able actually to take everything off except for this hose here. These two came off. These came off. That came off. Take out the cyclotron lenses, the bumper knob. The ribbon cable obviously has been replaced. This came off. This I had to tape. This I left because you actually replaced this as part of SpongeBobMcgee's cosmetic upgrade kit. He's on eBay and gbfans.com. He's actually, this cosmetic kit is his. It comes with the ribbon cable, the correct colored tubing, ion arm, the split loom here, these red cyclotron lenses, ribbon cable, I don't know if I mentioned that, this red tape here, and these white filters for the end filter, which really is nice. So as you can see, I did paint the pack, but I did not paint the wand, at least not yet. And I also have the magnetic V-hook, if you will. It's also SpongeBobMcgee's. This thing, man, is sometimes so hard to get off. Just listen to this once. Man, that thing just, sometimes even when you're wearing it, doesn't want to come off. And even now, I can't get the damn thing off. Anyway, closer look at the V-hook kit here. You have to do some gutting on the inside. These socket cap screws. Focus. These socket cap screws add a nice touch to it. The proper colored tubing on the wand. The tube end itself looks more accurate now. The electronics and everything have not been done yet. His kits are out of stock, and I'm waiting for him to get those replenished, and then I'm going to pick those up as well. So yeah, that's as you can see how she looks. I can't wait to get the sticker pack. That's really going to give some more detail and make it look a little more authentic here. I do have mine mounted to an Alice frame, which I picked up an Alice pack on Craigslist for 30 bucks. Ditched the pack itself and was able to purpose it on the Proton Pack here. So we've got the pipe insulation here with the zip ties. This is an LC2 version Alice frame. I see a lot of guys that have zip tied theirs. This is not zip tied. This is actually bolted into, this is not the motherboard that came with it. This is a motherboard that I traced and cut out and made, and it uses the factory mounts for the Spirit pack. There's two screws here, 1, 2. There's a screw hidden up underneath the frame there. One there. And you can't see it, but it's behind the bottom part of the frame. It's actually really comfortable to wear. I like the fact that I didn't have to use zip ties. I thought about it, and I kind of mocked it up using a bunch of zip ties, but I didn't like the way that it sat. Honestly, it was too loose. I didn't want to drill holes in the side of the pack either. This seems like a better solution. I do have to take the frame off when I need to access the internals here. So when I get the electronics, everything's going to have to come off. But it's just, there's 2 screws on the top here for the Alice frame, and there's 2 on the bottom. So it's 4 screws for the Alice frame plus the 5 for the motherboard, and you're in. And the screws are reusable. Maybe in a video down the line, when I do the electronics, I will take everything out, take everything off, and show you guys the inside. The motherboard is made from, I think it's quarter inch MDF. What I did was I took the cardboard one. You can actually cut little slits in there to get access to the screws. Once you take the screws out and cut the felt away with a craft knife or an X-Acto knife, you can see the screw holes. One there, one there, one there, one there, and one there. So I laid this directly onto a piece of MDF, traced it out, and I know you can pick up something similar on eBay, but it's pretty steep and I had some spare MDF lying around, so I figured I'd give it a shot. It just took me, I don't know, 20 minutes between the tracing and the cutting with the jigsaw. I did have to make some trims on the finished piece before it would fit inside the pack here, but I think it turned out pretty well. There is still a slot for the battery holder. This is getting replaced when the electronics come in. I've already ordered the battery for it. So yeah. As a comparison, you can see the color difference between the gray wand that has not been painted. Can't get the wand off. And the pack. The paints I used for the pack, I spray painted it. I first hit it with some primer. I didn't prep the plastic at all. I know some people say you're supposed to scuff it up with like a Scotch-Brite pad or something like that. I didn't go through all that. I mean, it's cheap Chinese plastic. I think it turned out pretty well without having to do that, honestly. There's some areas where I didn't spray paint over the primer probably well enough. Kind of right here and right there. But honestly, I think it just looks like weathering on the pack. And I think it turned out good. After the primer, I hit it with, this is a matte black. So there were 2 coats of primer, 2 coats of the matte black, and I did 2 coats of the, so let's go with matte clear. Glossy packs, I don't know that glossy would look good on a proton pack. I just don't. I like the way that the matte looks. It feels good, feels nice. This is the original area where the Dale resistor goes. That was cut off. I have the resistor, but I don't have the volume control knob. That comes with the electronics kits. So once those come in, I'll reinstall that so that'll look more accurate again. So that's really it. I'm enjoying the way that this came out. I mean, I picked it up at the local Spirit Halloween store. I printed a coupon off of their website. I think it cost me $60 because I rounded up and donated some money to charity. So for $60, I mean, you can't beat it. There's no way I could ever afford a $2,000 to $3,000 1-to-1 size proton pack, but for about an 80% scale, I think it looks pretty damn good. And that's the other thing too. I mean, those movies took place 30 years ago. You'd have to expect the technology would have enabled you to shrink some of that stuff down. So the fact that it's a little smaller, I honestly don't mind. It's light too. It's not terrible. you go to pick it up, and I mean, my 4-year-old was wearing this around the house last night, walking around outside, blasting his siblings and the birds and the dog. I mean, the kidney strap, or the kidney pad and the strap came down around his knees, which was kind of hilarious. But I mean, he was able to wear it, pull the wand off of here, and no problem. He can reach everything. He activated the wand, the buttons, the whole 9 yards. So the kids are pretty stoked about it. Depending upon how this one turns out, I might do some more conversions if I can talk the wife into it, because now the kids want to play with it more than I do, as you can imagine. But yeah, I will update or post another video once the electronics come in, and the stickers, hopefully they'll be in this week. I'll put those on. Probably before the electronics come, I will paint the wand. I'll have to do some masking here to get rid of some of this funky gray. But SpongeBobMcgee's kits are awesome. I can't wait to get the electronics in here and really set this thing off. So hopefully I get it done in time for Halloween this year. It's creeping up on us very, very quickly. So with that being said, I think I'm going to end it. But if you guys have any thoughts or questions, leave them in the comment section below. I'll put a link to all the parts and everything that I have on here so far in the description below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell to get notified whenever I get new videos up. Hasn't been very often. As you can see, I have, I don't know, half a dozen so far. But if you have any questions or comments, leave them below, and I'll see you guys soon.